Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and as you can see, I've got 3x8 layouts happening here. These will be a part of my Chicago album, and I'm doing a life crafted album, so that means the layouts need to be 3x8 or 4x8. And actually, this is a little deceiving because this one on the right side actually folds out and has a full 6x8 photo here between the two spots. But with what I'm working on today, I think I'm just going to focus on this. If I can get this done in a reasonable amount of time, then I might open up and do the inside as well. But I do need to keep in mind that whatever I put over there here needs to match with what's on this side. Very different colors, a lot of them here from here, but there is some of this greenish teal happening, so I might be able to get away with that. There's also a lot of brown and gold, which I probably have in my stash, maybe not specific to Chicago, but I'm sure I have something. But I just need to keep those things in mind as I'm looking for a card here. And whatever I choose here does need to have room for journaling, because I went right from the airport to this church. This is St. John Cantius, I believe is how you say it. And so there wasn't much in between really other than riding the train. So I do need some journaling here to explain where I am, why I'm there, what I'm seeing, etc. As you can see over here, I already have my Chicago bin pulled out so I can look through my stuff. And I have taken out the 3x4 cards that I have. I do have a few that actually say Chicago, and then the rest are just more generic to travel. So I will look through there and see if there's anything that matches my colors and has a phrase on it that will work with what I'm doing here. From my stash of cards that I had in my Chicago bin, I actually have 4 options that I'm considering. So my first one is just black and white, but it does say Chicago. It gives me some room to journal, but really only about half the card. So that's kind of a negative about it, but it would allow me to embellish with any color I want, which is a positive. Then I have this one, which if I do this, I'm very committed to this color. The problem here is that I think I could get away with it here because of this, but on the inside, it isn't quite the same color as here. However, again, I do think I could get away with it, and I like the fact that it says Chicago. It's got a lot of journaling room. These are all good things. Then I also found this one, which, again, the color works here, leaves me lots of room to journal. It's not a perfect match for the inside, but over here, you know, it's not bad, and it was a highlight. This was fantastic. And then I have this one, which again is about half and half in terms of journaling space, but the gray looks pretty exquisite with this, I think. And here, because it's a neutral, here, meh. This doesn't really do anything for the inside. So right now, I think I'm sort of just vacillating between these two because I like the color in the journaling room, but we'll see what happens. Well, I'm really struggling with which one of these to pick. So I think what I'm going to do is just put them both over here, and I'm going to look through my embellishments, because seeing what colors I have of things that might work on these photos will probably determine what I use here. If I can't find things that are going to match, that may help me eliminate one of these. So I think I'll start there and just hope for the best. I found some things in my stash that I think are pulling me towards this card. I think this would match fine probably, but I think it will go better with some things I have coming up later on. So I'm going to save that. For this, I found these 3 items. These 2 are a closer color match. This one, it's a little bit lighter, but I think I could get away with it. So I have just this circle that I could overlap here, or look at the inside. It's a pretty close match to that. It's not the same, but I think I could get away with it, especially if I put something on it that had gold maybe. And then I have this that says this was amazing, and it was. So not only is it the right color, but it's fitting. I could put that somewhere. And then I also have this one. This is one that's a little bit lighter in color, but it says so beautiful, and it was. So I think between all of these, I can make this functional. Plus I can still work in some black if I need to. If I wanted to do some red here, I'd have to keep it small, but I like the idea of it. But I think gold is probably my best option because it's going to match with everything. I've pulled out some stars that I have here as options for anywhere on here. Not the red here. This will be for the white. I also have these foam glitter ones. So I have 2 options for white. And then I have 2 options for gold stars as well. These were bigger than I thought. I had them in my stash and I don't remember where I got them. I thought they were about half the size. So I think maybe these are too big, but I'm keeping them as an option. This size is more what I was thinking. So if I had to use any, I would guess it would be this one, but I don't know. We'll see once I put things together. And as you can see, I've pulled out this photo from the protector. I do plan to use this raise. I noticed that it has a little bit of a white edge on both sides. I'm not sure if I printed it that way on purpose or if that's just how it came and I cut it. I don't know, but I'm actually gonna keep it. I thought about trimming it off, but I'm gonna keep it. I like it just to give a little definition there, but I am going to put it along the bottom because I don't wanna lose anything that's in this gorgeous window here. All right, so that's on there and that's all I'm gonna do with this photo. You know, I like the easy ones where slap that on there and it's done, but because I don't wanna mess with the rest of the photo, it made it easy for me. So I think I will be able to get to the inside. I have to figure out what I want over here. Am I gonna use both of those over here? Do I want anything on this photo or just leave it? I'm not sure about that yet. Actually, you know what? I'm more sure about this. I know I need stuff here. So you know what? I'll start with these. I think I'm going to lay them out like this simply because there's more dead space down here with just the empty pews. And so I think if I overlap this here, it makes more sense. And then this just takes up a tiny little bit of the ceiling up here and you don't really lose anything. So I think I will do that. And then down here, I do want to put a sticker or stamping on this as well. And so I need to figure out what's that going to be. I've picked out my stamp. I think I want to use this one, but I only want the part that says brilliant. So I'll have to just ink this part, but I have held it up to the circle and it will fit right there pretty perfectly actually. So I'm going to do that. And I have decided I'm going to try stamping in gold. I'm not sure how that's going to show up on here, but this is a digital element that I printed. So if I screw it up, I can just reprint it. So that's the beauty of having digital files. So I have pulled out my Brilliance Galaxy Gold ink and we'll give it a whirl. All right, I did the stamping and it fit, but it didn't show up quite as brightly as I would like. I actually think it looks better on camera than it does off camera. I'm going to use it because I think I'm going to overlap a star. So the eye will be drawn to it. And then if you're looking right at it, you probably won't miss it. So I think I will keep it. It'll be down here and then I'll put the star right above it or maybe off center, but it'll be like so. And I think when I add one of these, that will help. There it is with the star added. I do think that that helps bring the eye down there. Then I'm also going to just put in a mini staple right there on the edge. And then I think that side is done. All I really need to do over here is attach this. And then I was thinking I might do staples on either side, but I'm not sure I want that. Guess what, people? I'm an idiot. I was thinking, oh, I want to change these around and put this up here and then put the photo in the bottom pocket. When I pulled the photo out, there are actually 3 photos. Apparently I was planning to do a flip bear. So now I have to work on that as well because I do want to use these. And I was thinking that I had more of the outside and entering, but thought maybe I had changed my mind. Oh no, here they are. I realized that I kept the little portion of that circle that I cut off and I can use it. I think I'm going to have this photo in the back here and then take this and put it right over this thing on the floor here. It's kind of distracting, so just cover it up and then the shape of it mimics the top of the doorway here. It covers up that spot and I get to bring in the color. And I don't know that I'll stamp on it. I may just put in a staple and call it good, but maybe if I found something tiny, I might do that. And then for the front, I'm going to take one of these other stars here. Whoops, don't need the packaging. I'm gonna take one of the stars and put it right down here. Now that gives me 2. And when this is open, they'll be opposite each other, which I like. I'm wondering if I need a 3rd one somewhere, but I'm not sure. So for now, I'm just going to do this one. I have done that photo and I did decide to stamp. I used this tiny set. I think this is from Citrus Twist. and I just used the stamp that said happening. And I should mention that other stamp set I used that said brilliant, that is from Technique Tuesday, but it's from 2012. It's really old, so I don't know that you can even find it anymore. Well, I had another little thing that I just realized. If I want to be able to do a flip here, I have to do it in the top pocket. So I have to move this back down because this is the back side. A flip will not work here. If I want to actually do the thing where I overlap it over the top, if I wanted to just use an adhesive one, certainly then I could, but I'm trying to avoid that in this album. I want them all to just be over the top, where you just lift it up with no adhesive. So I will have to get out my LA Studio die to do that. And then I have to figure out, this will be on the back obviously, but I have to figure out what else am I doing with these. I need to work in another star somewhere, I think, but I'm not sure where it would even go on either of these photos. I've done a couple of things here. I actually pried up the star sticker that I used here and just moved it over, because then I think I'm going to put another one right here so that I end up having a visual triangle on this top portion. And then these are spaced further apart. I didn't like it when it was so close. So now they're kind of at opposite ends here. And then I am going to put another one up top, and I think it will probably be here, right in this empty space, so that then I have a visual triangle. And I have my flip done here, but I don't have anything on the inside for this photo. I'm not sure I need it since I've got the outside stuff plus this, so that may end up being blank, but I do need to attach the stars here and here. All right, I added the stars in where I thought they should go, and I think this one is done. I had thought about maybe adding a tab here for lifting, but even though this color is pretty much a perfect match to this, I don't like how it gets so close to the letters here, and then I feel like I have too much going on. So I think I'm going to leave it flat. For anybody who's looking through, they'll be able to tell that this needs to be flipped up, and they'll be able to see that. So here is what you see if you're looking at it, just regularly looking through the book, and then this will fold out, and so you'll have a visual triangle inside as well, in addition to the one that's on the outside. So here's another one finished for Chicago. Thanks for watching.